Hi students, my name is Satyam, lecturer in Computer Science and Applications, Government Degree College for Women's, Jagityal. Today's topic is arrays in C language. What is the definition of the array? An array is a collection of elements of same data type that share common name. Array elements are stored in adjacent memory locations. To refer the array elements, we use index or subscript. The array index starts with 0, so the index of last element is always n-1, where n is the size of the array. This is the definition of the array. Okay. Clearly understand the array definition step by step. Okay. With the help of divide and conquer policy. Okay. If the array definition or whatever it may be, the definition is very big size, then simply the definition is divided into small parts and understand each part and club the total that parts you will easily understand. Then what is array actually? So in the simple manner, in the simple terminology, array is the collection of similar data items which are located continuously in the RAM random access memory and have the same name but identified by the different index numbers. Then this is called as array. So here the definition of the array clearly explains that an array is the collection of similar, that means same data type, that share a common name. Okay, that is very important. For example, in a C program, there are 5 integer variables are there. Actually, if you declare in the general manner integer sum a comma b comma sum c, okay, these 3 variables are declared in the RAM random access memory RAM in the randomized manner. Means the a variable is declared here and the b variable is declared here and the c variable is declared here. In the different places the variables are declared and these 3 variables have different names. This is a and this variable is named called b, this variable name is called c. So this total operation is done with the help of operating system, OS. Okay, that means are the compiler of the C language. Then here in the array, but array is different. So array is a collection of similar data items. That means similar data items means similar data types variables. Array is the collection of similar data type variables and have the same name. Okay, but identified by the different index numbers. And that array variables are located continuously in the memory. Okay, but index numbers of that particular variables are starts from 0 and the maximum of index number is n-1. Okay, if the array size is n. If the array size is n. Like that, the array variables are created in the C language. So, in the simple manner, I will explain. For example, this is an array. Okay, so the array name is A. This array contains total 5 integer variables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so then the index number is starts from 0. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this last one is 4. Now the array size is 5 totally. Okay, the a variable is a declared as array. So the array size is 5, but index number starts from 0. That's why, so this location is 0, first location, second, third, and fourth, total 5. Now the first variable is belongs to integer. That means the first variable means a of 0. Okay, so second variable a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, as well as the last variable is a of 4. The a of 4 variable. Okay, so that means a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. Total 5 variables. The 5 variables are belongs to integer data types. So these variables are located continuously in the RAM. Observe the picture carefully. So continuously in the RAM. That means first variable is declared. That means a of 0 variable is declared. Adjacent. Okay, then pakkane. So then a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. Like that. So the array variables are collection of similar data items and have the same name but identified by the different index numbers that are stored in the RAM continuously. Store in the RAM continuously. That means, so here for example, the a of 0 means if a variable is belongs to integer data type, then a of 0 occupies 2 bytes. So then after 2 bytes, the continuationly, so here 4 bytes and 6 bytes and 8 bytes, at last 10 bytes. Total the a integer array occupies 10 bytes of memory in the random access memory. Okay, so then it contains the values. Okay, so for example, a of 0 contain 11. Then this is 22. This is 33. This is 44. Then last one is 55. So for example, if you think like this, the a of 0 value contain 11. Then a of 1 value contain 22. A of 2 value contain 33. A of 3 values contain 44. A of 4 contain the 55 value. Like that, array is the collection of similar data items. Here a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4 all are belongs to integer data type. So array is the collection of similar data items which are located continuously in the RAM and have the same name but identified by the different index numbers. So if this type of construction is called as arrays in the C language. Okay, so this is the definition of the array. Then how to declare the arrays in the C language? That means syntactical rule, syntax for a declaration of an array. So observe the syntactical rule here. So first of all, mention the type. Type means the array belongs to which data type. It is integer data type, or if you want to float data type, if you want to character data type. According to the programmer requirement, the programmer can design the array or declare the array in any form. Okay, so that's why you have to first of all mention the data type of the array. Okay, next, array name. Okay, the array have the some a name. Okay, so whatever it may be the name, you can easily assign the array name. So according to the programmer, the programmer can design whatever it may be the name. Okay, name is a big story, not a big story, sorry, not a big story in the declaration of this array. So first of all, mention the type and the next array name. So the array name maximum 8 characters, below 8 characters also suitable. Then next, in the square parenthesis mention the size of the array. mention the size of the array, then with the help of semicolon you terminate the declaration of array. So as per our syntactical rule, I'm writing the example array. So type, in the place of type I'm writing int. Okay, then array name is A, then size is 5, then with the help of semicolon you will terminating the array. Now here, so this is a type of data type of array, and this is a name of the array, and in the square parenthesis this is the size of the array. So like that the integer array is declared in the random access memory with the variables of 5 variables. Okay, next, now generally the syntax defines like this: the type specifies the data type of element, size indicates, here this is the size indicates number of elements that an array can hold, is called as size of the array. Then in the example program, so in the example declaration I am declared as here int data type array with marks of 6. For example, a student have the 6 subjects, then 6 subjects have the 6 different marks. That total 6 subjects marks are belongs to a single person. So that's why here I mentioned the data type is integer. Okay, then here marks as the array name, and the array contain total 6 array elements. Why I declared integer in this example means, generally, so in the degree examination each student get integer marks only, not float marks. Okay, so for example 98 only, 98 point the student never get. So like that, so the marks of a student, okay, array is declared like this. So it is a array of, okay, array name is marks. Okay, this is marks array is belongs to integer data type. Then this is marks of 0, marks of 1, marks of 2, marks of 3, marks of 4, and last one is marks of 5. Totally 6. Why? Because index number is starts from 0. That's why. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Totally totally 6 variables. That means that variables are a of 0, okay, dash dash dash, okay, that is a of 5. Then in this declaration, in this program, so the student marks are like that. For example, in the first subject, okay, he got some 80, second subject he got some 78, next subject he got some 88, then he got some 98, and he got some 48, and he got some 58. Okay, like that you can store a student marks in this array. So according to our definition, array is a collection of similar data items. That means a of 0 to a of 5 all are belongs to integer data type and have the same name. The same name is marks, but identified by the different index numbers. So the first is identified with a of 0 and the last is identified with the a of 5. Like that, the array variables are declared in the C program. Okay, so this is the declaration of, that means syntactical rule. According to syntax rule, whatever it may be the concept in the C language, you have to write with the help of syntactical rule. It is a language. The language defines the rules and regulations. So according to the rules and regulations, you have to write the programming. You have to declare the arrays, or you have to declare the conditional control structures, or repetition control structures, or structures, or unions, whatever it may be the concept in the language. Okay, total that are, you should follow the syntactical rule which is defined, which is specified by the C language. Not only our C language, but also if you take whatever it may be the language. Okay, so for example, if you go to the English language, okay, if you write a simple tense line, you have to write subject plus verb 1 plus object. Okay, it is a syntax rule to construct the simple tense in the English. Okay, just like that, here also the C is also a language, but this language is not a communication language. This language is a computer language. Okay, generally the English subject is the communication language between the two persons. The C language is the communication language between the computer machine and the user. Okay, like that each language contain some grammatical rules. So that grammatical rules is called as syntactical rules in the computer languages. Okay, like that you have to follow the syntactical rules. With the help of syntactical rules only you have to construct the array concept. Okay, like that arrays are declared in the programming. Then comes to initializing of array. Okay, so what is the meaning of initializing of array? Already I explained before slide. Initializing means to storing the values into the declared array. To storing the values into the declared array is called as initializing of array. So the general form of initialization of an array is given below. Okay, so that is say type, then array name, then size. This is the declaration of array in curly braces. Okay, so in the curly braces you have to mention the list of values. Okay, so in the example, for example, a of 3, so the a of 3 means the array variable a contain 3 array elements, that is a of 0, so then a of 1 and a of 2. So these array contain the values, that is 1, 2, 3. So that's why the 1 is stored here a of 0, the 2 is stored here a of 1, the 3 is stored here a of 2. Okay, like that you have to initialize the array. Okay, in the declaration part only. Okay, otherwise you have to initialize the array with the help of for loop. I will explain today's class only. Okay, like that you have to declare the array elements. So here one more method is there to initialize the array in the declaration part, that is mention the data type, that is integer, a of empty square parenthesis. That means here I am not mention the any size here, but I assign the 1, 2, 3 values, that is total 3 values into the array name. Okay, so that's why depending upon the initializing values of the array, so the size is automatically declared by the C compiler. Okay, this is also a possible way to declare, and that means in the both ways you have to declare the arrays. That means initialize the arrays. So mention the size of the array, then assign the values into the array, or mention the values according to the mentioned values, then the size is declared by the compiler. That is one more method. Okay, with the help of these two methods you can easily initialize the array values, easily mention the array values. Okay, store the array values. Then advantages of arrays. What is the advantages of arrays? Till now we discussed about the definition of the array and the syntactical rules of the array declaration, and then initializing of array also. Then advantages of array. Array is capable of storing many elements at a time with a common name. Okay, so first advantage is array is capable of storing many elements at a time with a common name. So for example, a student is there, a student have the 6 subjects, 6 subjects have the marks. So it is a bunch. It is a bunch of the values belongs to a single student. In that situations, happily you declare a integer array, and the 6 values are stored continuously in the array elements. Okay, that's why array is a capable of storing many elements at a time with a common name. That is, common name is marks array name. Okay, like that, with the help of common name, you have to store multiple values, okay, into a single, with the help of single name only. This is a great advantage of array. Then we can assign the elements of an array to any ordinary variable or another array elements of the same data type. Okay, we can assign the elements of an array to any ordinary variable or another array elements of the same data type. Means, so the array have the capacity to store the values directly like a general variables, general elements of the array. For example, if a variable is there, okay, a variable, so in the a variable you stored the values, that is 11, for example. Okay, so say same just like that here also, in the array element, for example, a array contain 5 elements. Okay, so the a of 0, okay, is stored as 11. Now what will happen? For example, the array contain multiple element, that is, this is a of 0, then a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4. But you may directly declare the a particular element in the array is also possible with the help of this syntactical rules. Mention the variable name, then following index number assigned to the right hand side, that is 11. Now the 11 value is stored in the position of a of 0. Okay, like that you can directly declare a individual element of the array, individual element, individual variable of the array is also possible in the C language. Then any element of array can be accessed randomly. Actually, according to our array definition, okay, array is located continuously in the RAM and have the same name but identified by the different index numbers. So in this definition, so it is stored continuously in the RAM. Continuously means a sequential manner, okay, adjacent manner in the RAM, but no need to read or no need to store sequential manner. You may also store the values into the RAM randomized manner. You have to access the values into the randomized manner. For example, if the variable a contain, array variable a contain a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, total 4. Okay, no need to read the a of 0, then after only a of 1, then after only a of 2. Okay, no need to read like that. No need to print the values from the array is also no need to access the values from that sequential manner. Okay, you can access the values in the randomized manner also. That means, for example, if you enter the value, for example, a of 3. Okay, a of 3 means that is a of 0, this is a of 1, a of 2, and this is a of 3. So in the a of 3, I am assigning the value is directly 8. Okay, then that means in the randomized manner, in the randomized technology, randomized means not sequential manner. Okay, you can store the values in the array elements randomized. That means not a sequential manner. Okay, so in the different positions also, not a sequential position. Okay, you can store the values into the variable and you can retrieve the values into the variable is also a possible. Okay, so that means any elements of array can be accessed randomly. Okay, this is a advantage of array. Then disadvantages are, so predetermination of array size is must there is a chance of memory wastage. Okay, this is a disadvantage. Actually, this is a big disadvantage in the array. Okay, why? Because for example, if you declare, okay, so array size is 20, array size is 20, then this if the array belongs to integer data type, so each variable contain 2 bytes total, so it carries 40 bytes of memory in the random access memory. But in the programming, just we used 2 variables only. Okay, then actually I want to 4 variables, but in the declaration part I declared 20. Okay, actually we did not know the actual value, actual variables in the program. So that's why generally I declared as a of 20 in the declaration part. So at that time, so unnecessarily chance of memory wastage. Okay, so this is a great disadvantage of the array. Then comes to deleting or inserting elements needs a shifting of elements. Okay, this is also a disadvantage. For example, here the a of 0 contain the value is 11, so then a of 1 contain the value is 22, and a of 2 contain the 33. For example, in between a of 0, a of 1, I have to store some 8 value. Okay, so it is not possible. Okay, so if you want to insert the value into a particular location, that is a of 1 position, okay, so you have to move the remaining element values. You have to move the remaining element values. That means this value is moved to this place, this value is moved to another place, then only the inserting is possible. Okay, that's why deleting or inserting elements needs shifting of elements. Okay, so this is also a disadvantage of array. Okay, so like that the array contain advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so like that the array definition we discussed, then the array syntax we discussed, array initialization we discussed, array advantages and disadvantages also we discussed. Okay, like that the array variables are declared in the programming. Okay, now today we will discuss, okay students, now I will explain array with the example program. Now in this example program I will find the biggest number from the list. A group of variables available in the list. From that list we have to find out a biggest number from the list elements. So in this example program, the program contain one array variable, that is a of size 5, and one variable that is called big, then one more variable that is called I. So in this program there are 3 variables are available, so that 3 variables are belongs to integer data type only. Now when this line is executed by the compiler, then in the random access memory RAM, so a array variable is declared with the size of 5, that is a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, and a of 3, and a of 4. Okay, like that a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, and a of 4. These are the index numbers of the array. So already we know that the array is a collection of similar data items which are located continuously in the RAM and have the same name but identified by the different index numbers. So the first variable is known as a of 0, then dash 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 dash. The last variable is known as a of 4. Okay, like that the array is declared in the memory. Then one more variable is declared, that is big. Okay, and one more is variable is declared, that is called as I. So like this, in the memory location there are 3 variables are declared. First is integer data type variable, big, and one more I variable that is used to control the for loops. Then the big variable is used to store the biggest value of the list. Then a is a array variable belongs to integer data type. Now using a single for loop concept, for I equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. When this for loop is executed, then it executes 5 iterations, means 5 steps. Okay, so when the I value equal to 0, then first step. Then when the I value equal to 1, second step. Same just like that, I value equal to 2, 3, 4, totally 5. So for 5 times the scanf line also executed 5 times. So when the scanf function is executed 5 times, it will receive the values from the keyboard 5 times. Now the first value is entered at the place of a of 0. Okay, then second value is a of 1, then similarly, so last value is a of 4. Okay, now if you entered the value as 11 first, so that is stored in the variable a of 0, then afterwards a of 1, afterwards a of 2, then a of 3. So this is 3, and last variable contain the 2. So like that the array contain the values of 11, 8, 18, 3, 2 respectively from a of 0 to a of 4. Now comes to the another for loop execution. With the help of this for loop execution, I will find out the biggest value from the list. Now in initialization, I store the 0 in the big variable. Now in the for loop, again I value is 0, 0 is less than 5, condition is true. So this for loop is also executed 5 times, respectively the values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if condition of for loop is also executed 5 times. Okay, so in this situation what will happen in the execution, we will observe. Okay, now the big value is 0, then a of I means a of 0, first iteration. Now a of 0 value is 11, then what will happen, 0 is less than 11, the condition is true. And now in the big we store the value of a of I. So a of I means we store the value as 11 in the big variable. Then in the iteration number 2, the big value is 11, and a of I value means now the I value is 1, That's why a of I value is 8. Okay, now the 8 is compared with the 11. Okay, now here 8 is compared with the 11, 8 less than 11, the condition is false. That's why this line is not executed. Now till now, so the biggest value is 11 only. Then in the third iteration, similarly, so the big value 11 is compared with the value of a of 2, that is 18. Now 18, a of I value is 18 and big value is 11. So that's why in this situation the condition is verifies like this: big value is 11 and 11 is less than now 18. What will happen now? The condition is true. Now a of I value, a of I value means a of 1 value, a of 2 value, a of 2 value is 18. The 18 is stored in the big variable. Okay, now here the big value, the big variable value is changed as 18. Okay, now afterwards then it will comes to the same story, that is a of 3. So a of 3 value is 3, the big value is now 18. So 18 is less than 3, condition is false, the line is not executed. Then comes to the next step. Now in the next step a of I value is 2. Now the big value is 18, 18 is less than 2, the condition is false. So in this fifth iteration also the big is assigned to a of I, statement is not executed. Then now the I value is 5, 5 less than 5, condition is false, the for loop is breaked, the for loop execution is stopped. Okay, so like that, when the for loop execution is stopped, the for loop is verified each array variable with the big value. Then the big value is less than, simply it will replace the value of a of I. So like that it will verifies the first value to the last value of the variable. So automatically using this logic, at the place of a of 2, the 18 is stored in the big, that value is never changed until the end of the given array. Okay, right. After completion of the for loop execution, then next line is printf the biggest value from the list equal to percentage d comma big. Now in the output screen what will happen? The 18 value is print out. Okay, then after completion of this line execution with the help of close curly brace, okay, the total main program is execution is closed, the main program execution is stopped. Okay, like that the program will find out the biggest value from the array. Okay, the array contain the 5 values. From the 5 values, okay, using this the logic, the biggest value 18 is retrieved and print on your output screen. Like that the arrays are used in the C language programming. So not only like these programs, you can also implement the single dimension matrix programs and 2 dimension matrix programs also. We can implement this arrays concept. Okay, so that types of arrays topic we will discuss in the next class. So now conclusion of the class is, today we will discuss about what definition of the array, then initialization of array, then accessing of array elements. Okay, so means storing the values into the array and retrieve the values from the array. So all these topics we will cover today. Okay, thank you one and all.